गुरु गौरांग गंधर्व के गिरिधारी शिष्य राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जाय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मरण मोहन जू की जाय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद रषित रषित शिष्मर भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जाय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद रषित रषित शिष्मर भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जाय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद रषित रषित शिष्मर भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद रषित रषित शिष्मर भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद रषित रषित शिष्मर भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट महाभागवत श्री गोरक्षरदास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। श्री रूपानुगौर्य गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ शारद गोसाई प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी श्री गौर पार्षद वृंद की जय। नाम चाहे श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौर मंडल व्रज मंडल मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदाति गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योग माया की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। जय श्रीवास ठाकुर की जय। श्रीवास पंडित की जय। तृतीय शुभ आविर्भाव तिथि की जय। जय श्री सच्चिनंदन गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री मालिनी देवी की जय। श्रीवास पंडित brothers, his sons, his family members, all his servants and maidservants ki jai. Jai Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata ki jai. Jai Swaparshadji Gaur Hari ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna. That's strange, there's nobody there. Anyhow, I'll just start the Mangalacharan and hopefully people come by then. Right. Jnana-timirandasya jnananjana-shalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Guruve namaha. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Sorry. Pancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo avatirno sakarunyo parichinno sarishvaro Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityanando Dvau Bhrataro Vaje. Namastrikala Satyaya Jagannatha Sutaya Cha Sabhrityaya Saputraya Sakalatraya Te Namaha. Jai Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Lakshmi Kanta Jai Jai Nityananda Vallabha Ekanta Jai Jai Vaikunta Ishwar Nyasi Raj Jai 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 Bhakata Samaj Jai Jai Patita Pavana Gora Chandra Dana Deho Hridaye Tomar Pada Dvandva Shesha Khanda Katha Bhai Shuno Ekachite Nila Chale Gora Chandra Aila Jemate Tavai Vasmi Na Jivami Tvaya Vina Iti Vigyaya Devi Tvam Nayamam Charanantikam Bhaktya Vihina Aparada Lakshai क्षिप्ताष्टकामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि त्वां शरणं प्रपन्ना Vrinde namaste charanarvindam Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh man, well, it looks like my internet's not super stable right now. So let me know if it starts cutting out. You can send me yeah, just send me a message. The Wi-Fi stopped working this morning, and so I'm using my hotspot. All right. The glories of Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata and Śrīla Vrindavan Das Thakur. One second. Let me just put this here. Okay. Ore muro lokshuno Chaitanya Mangal Chaitanya Mahima Jate Jani Beshakal Krishna Lila Bhagavate Kohe Vyas Chaitanya Lila Vyas Vrindavana Das Vrindavana Das Koilo Chaitanya Mangal Jahara Shavane Nashi Sarvaya Mangal Chaitanya Nitar Jate Jani Mahima जाते जानी कृष्ण भक्ति सिद्धांतेर सीमा भागवते जतो भक्ति सिद्धांतेर सार लिखियाचेन इहा जानी कोरिया उद्धार चैतन्य मंगल सुने जदि पाषंदे जवन से हो महावैष्णव होय ततक्षण मनुष्य रचिते नारे ऐचे ग्रंथ धन्य वृंदावन दास मुखे भक्त श्री चैतन्य Vrindavana dasa pore koti namaskar. Aiche granta kori te ho tari la sangsar. Narayani Chaitanyer uchishta bhajan. Tar garbe janmila shidasa Vrindavan. Tar ki arbhuta Chaitanya charita varnan. Jahara shravane shuddha koila tribhuvan. Sahaje vichitra madhur chaitanya vihar Vrindavana dasa mukhe amrite dhar Vrindavana dasa mukhe amrite dhar. By nature, all the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are very wonderful and sweet. And when they are described by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, they become like a shower of nectar. Jai Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur ki Jai. Jai Shri Sachinandan Gaura Hari ki Jai. Haribo. Dandavat pranams, everybody. Let's see all who is there. Hare Krishna, Nri Hari Prabhu and Bhavatarani Mataji. And let's see, oh, Manjari Didi, Haribo Manjari Didi, and Champak Mataji. And let's see on YouTube and Facebook, Stanley Green, Kishore Krishna Prabhu, Vidyalala Sadidi. Oh, and Dad's there. Haribo, Mom and Dad, Shavdi Prabhu and Nishchinta Devi. All right, so I thought today maybe we can go through Caitanya-bhāgavata first, because our goal right now is that we can end our complete Caitanya-bhāgavata Antya-khaṇḍa on the disappearance day of Śrīla Vrindavan Das Thakur. So I have to be kind of strict about reading Caitanya-bhāgavata every day. But I think we'll just read a little bit of Caitanya-bhāgavata today. We're starting the 4th chapter, and then we will read from, it's the book. Oh, I have it over there. Śrī Caitanya and His Associates by Srila Bhakti Vallabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Yeah, we can read that about Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura, whose appearance day it is today. And also, there are 2 songs. There's the Śrīvāsāṣṭakam, which we're going to be publishing very soon in the new edition of the Gaudiya Giti Gucha. And there's also a Bengali kirtan, Saptadvīpa Dipta Kori. so we can sing those both at the end. So yeah, we have a lot to get through today. I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm not going to do a recap today because we don't have so much time. So descriptions of Sri Achyutananda's pastimes and the worship of Sri Madhavendra. It's chapter 4 of Antya-khaṇḍa of Caitanya-bhāgavata. In this song, Saptadvīpa Dipta Kori, let's see. Where is it? Here, I sent it out on the Gaudiya Kirtan mailing list. If anybody's not on the Gaudiya Kirtan mailing list, yeah, if you go to gaudiyakirtan.com, if you scroll down to the bottom, you can enter your email there, and I send out special songs to sing on. How come it's not coming up? Anyways, I don't want to waste time. Oh, there it is. Okay, so here's the Śrīvāsāṣṭakam. I forgot to send it out on the WhatsApp. Anyways, maybe let's start by singing Saptadvīpa Dipta Kori, and then after that we can sing Śrīvāsāṣṭakam, like we'll end the program with Śrīvāsāṣṭakam. Yeah. Okay, so illuminating the 7 islands of the world, Sri Navadip Puri shines due to the presence of that king among the gods, Sri Vishvambar. There, in the midst of Sri Vishvambar's devotees, is the renowned Śrīvāsa Pandit, whose life mission is Sri Krishna Kirtan. All glories to Pandit Thakur. By a speck of his mercy, one can become a recipient of Gaur Prem. All of his pastimes are matchless. Exclusively fixed in the service of Sri Gauranga. Exclusively fixed in the service of Sri Gauranga, he does not know any demigod or goddess. Along with his 4 brothers, servants, and maidservants, he always revels in kirtan, day and night, with Gauranga and his devotees, intoxicated by prem. We were reading about the maidservants. What was her name? Yeah, her name was Duki, and Mahāprabhu called her Sukhi. And then it started glorifying even the servants of Śrīvāsa Ṭhākur's house. His wife, Shri Malini Devi, whom Mahāprabhu calls mother, is the crown jewel of all chaste women. Nityananda Prabhu resides in their house, and she loves him as her own son. When she sees Nityananda Prabhu, milk flows from her breasts and tears fall from her eyes. We read a lot in Caitanya-bhāgavata about Malini Devi's relationship with Nityananda Prabhu, her motherly affection, and Nityananda Prabhu's pastimes in their house. It's a couple chapters. Sometimes, knowing Mahāprabhu to be the Supreme Lord, Śrīvāsa Pandit bows down at his lotus feet. But sometimes he takes him on his lap to nourish him. In order not to interrupt the ecstatic dance of Mahāprabhu, he renounced any expression of sorrow at the death of his son. Hearing of this, the Lord wept. Śrīvāsa Pandit's niece, Narayani, was the voice of the Vaishnava assembly. Interesting, huh? She was the voice of the Vaishnava assembly. Her son, Sri Vrindavan Das, described Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu's Leelas, and thus delivered the 3 worlds. It is in him, Śrīvāsa Pandit, that Prem Das keeps his hopes and aspirations. Or it could also be seen as it is in Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, right? Because it's just coming right after that. It is in Vrindavan Das Thakur that keeps all his hopes and aspirations. Okay. So, Hare Krishna Brishti Roy. Let me turn on sounds from musicians so we can hear the mridanga. I'm just going to get the mridanga. Give me 1 second. Actually, if I share this on the other screen, I can make it even bigger. I think that might be better. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, now I can make it extra large. There. Okay. Okay. My throat's not so good, so just have to bear with me. Saptadvīpa Dipta Kori Shobhenava Dvipa Puri Jahe Vishvambhara Deva Raj Tahe Tar Bhakta Jata Tahate Śrīvāsa Shri Krishna Kirtana Jar Kaj Jaya Jaya Ṭhākura Pandita Jar Kripa Lesha Matra Hoya Gora Prema Patra Anupama Sakala Charita Jaya Jaya Ṭhākura Pandita Gaurangir Seva Bine Deva Devi Nahi Jane Achari Bhai Dasa Dasi Loya Satata Kirtana Range Gora Gora Bhakta Sange Aharnishi Prema Mata Hoya Jar Bharja Shimalini Apati Vrata Shiromani Jare Prabhu Kohoe Janani Nityananda Rahe Ghare Putra Sama Sneha Kore Stana Jare Netre Bahe Pani Stana Jare Netre Bahe Pani Akabo Vaishvara Gyane Nati Kori Shicharane Kabo Kole Koro Elala Na Prabhu Nrita Bhanga Lagi Amrita Putra Shoka Tyagi Shuni Prabhu Koroe Rodan Obrat Trisutta Narayane Vaishnava Mandale Dvani Jar Putra Vrindavana Das Barniya Caitanya Lila Tribhuvana Udharila Prema Dasa Kore Jar Asha Prema Dasa Kore Jar Asha Barniya Caitanya Lila Tribhuvana Udharila Prema Dasa Kore Jar Ash Prema Das Kore Jar Ash Jai Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura Pandit Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura Jai Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura Jai Vrindavana Das Thakur Vrindavana Das Vrindavana Das Thakur Vrindavana Das Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Gopal Ghanasham Prabhu. God, yesterday and today I have stuff stuck in my throat in a really annoying spot, and it's really thick and it keeps on coming up. Anyway, so sorry I keep on clearing my throat. I just so we're going to
A piece of ginger root will make the magic.
yeah.
Yeah, just cut a piece of ginger and put it in the side of your mouth and suck on it. Slowly we'll get rid of that, that thing.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that a bit later, though, because I don't want to waste anybody's time. But yeah, I definitely will do that. That's good. I should. All right, so we are continuing on with, we're going to just read the first 60 verses and then we'll stop with Caitanya-bhāgavata. And then we will read from this book here, Śrī Caitanya and His Associates by Srila Bhakti Vallabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Maharaj. Did you know that it's going to be Srila Bhakti Vallabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Maharaj's centennial Vyas Puja in like 2 weeks from now, I think. 15 days exactly, April 17th. It will be his 100th Vyas Puja day. So yeah, we'll have to do something special for that. Maybe I wonder if I could get maybe Rukmini Didi and Rup Manjari to also. Yeah, that would be great if they could do something like that. Anyhow. All right, so chapter 4. Descriptions of Sri Chutananda's pastimes and the worship of Sri Madhavendra. Oh, and Haribol, Raseshwari Mataji and Rasapriya Didi. Haribol. Okay, I'm going to skip the chapter summary. Let's just jump into the verses. We'll read the chapter summary tomorrow. Jai Jai Kripa Sindhu, Jai Gora Chandra, Jai Jai Shakala Mangal Pada Dvandva. All glories to Gora Chandra, the ocean of mercy. All glories to his all-auspicious lotus feet. Jai Jai Shri Krishna Caitanya Nasiraj, Jai Jai Caitanya-bhāgavata Samaj. All glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the best of sannyasis. All glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. Henumate Prabhu Sarva Jiva Udhariya Mathurai Cholilen Bhakta Goshti Loya. After delivering all living entities in this way, the Lord departed for Mathura, along with his devotees. In this way, that's referring to the previous chapter we were reading about Mahāprabhu delivering all the offenders in Kuliya. We read about the Brahman who said that he offended Mahāprabhu, and then Mahāprabhu gave him the way. He said that with that mouth which you drink, which you were taking poison, speaking ill of the Vaishnavas, any criticism of the Vaishnavas, that's poison. And so he said, with that same mouth that you took poison, now you should take nectar. And so you should glorify the Vaishnavas. So that's the remedy for Vaishnava aparad, is to start glorifying the Vaishnavas that you criticized. And then we read about Devananda Pandit and Mahaprabhu's mercy on Devananda Pandit. And so, yes. So after doing all that, Mahaprabhu, after delivering all the living entities in this way, the Lord departed for Mathura, along with his devotees. Gaudiya Bhashya by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada. The phrase Bhakta Goshti means the devotees. Ganga tire tire Prabhu loilen pat, snan pane purana gangar manorat. The Lord took the path along the side of the Ganga and fulfilled her desire by by bathing in and drinking her waters. Gorer nikate Ganga tire eka gram, brahmana samajatar Rāmakeli nam. There is one village on the bank of the Ganga near the capital of Goda named Rāmakeli. The inhabitants of that village were all brahmanas. And I think everybody here knows what three very special people were living in Rāmakeli. Gaudiya Bhashya. Śrī Rāmakeli is situated 8.5 miles south of English Bazaar, near the present-day Maldaha. Within this village, there is a concrete paved area, and in the middle of this, there is a large tamal tree with 2 kadamba trees on each side of it. How long is this? Okay, kind of long, but anyways. I've never been to Rāmakeli. I always wanted to go. I had an opportunity like twice, and I missed it both times. Anyways, maybe if anybody wants to do a Rāmakeli trip with me, let's do it. The 2 kadamba trees on the right side are referred to as Śrī Advaita Prabhu. The middle tamal tree is referred to as Śrī Gaurasundar, and the 2 kadamba trees on the left side are referred to as Śrī Nityananda Prabhu. It is said that Sriman Mahāprabhu first met Srila Rupa and Srila Sanatana Goswami Prabhus in the dead of night under this tree. Interesting. Sitting in this place, Sriman Mahāprabhu instructed Sri Sanatan to join him. Next to the kadamba trees, there is a small temple wherein Sri Madan Mohan Dev is worshipped. The deity of Sri Madan Mohan Dev was established by Sri Rupa and Sanatan. There are 4 sets of deities within this temple. One of those sets is Sri Baladev and Revati. The names of the deities, from left, are 1. Vraj Mohan with Radha, 2. Revati Raman with Revati, and 3. Madan Mohan, and 4. Gopinath, both with Radha. Oh, Madan Mohan and Gopinath are both with Radha, huh? There are also Shaligram Shilas in the temple. I wonder if we can I wonder if I can find online. I bet I can find something online of these Thakurjis that we just read about. Let's see. 1 second. Just putting my screen here. Let's search for images.google.com. Rāmakeli. What should I type? Let's type in Rāmakeli. Let's see what happens. Yeah, there. Okay. Is that... Let's see. Well, there's this Vigraha here. Wonder, very beautiful. Wow. Oh, and there's the Revati. Okay, there it is. Here's the Revati Raman, right? Was that what the name was? Yeah, Revati Raman. And there's Vrajmohan with Radha. Maybe this is Vrajmohan with Radha, I'm guessing. Ah, what's going on there? Yeah, there's Vrajmohan with Radha, Revati Raman, I'm guessing. And here's, oh, there's a better picture. Ah, this is perfect. How come it's not letting me scroll up? It's so weird. Anyways. This seems like a good picture. Anyways, I don't want to waste your time. But yeah, type in Rāmakeli into Google Images and you can find all those things. Okay. In the midst of the deities, there are two deities of Sri Gaurasundar, one of Sri Advaita Prabhu and one of Nityananda Prabhu, like we see right here. This video. There. Anyhow. What is going on with my computer? This is so, oh, maybe it's because I'm zoomed in. I think that's the problem. That was the problem. Okay. Here. God, why didn't I do this before? Okay, so here are the footprints. There's the tree, I guess. There's Revati Raman, then Vrajmohan with Radha. There's a close-up. Wow, so beautiful. Revati Raman. Vrajmohan. Okay, anyhow. There are 125 bighas of land. Wow, that's huge. About 42 acres allotted to the service of the deities. From the public, a sum of 122 rupees was collected, out of which 80 rupees was given to the government. North of the Sri Madan Mohan temple is Sri Sanatan Kund. Around that place are 8 other kunds headed by Sri Radha Kund, Shama Kund, Lalita Kund, and Vishaka Kund. A little distance from here is a large lake named Sri Rupa Sagar, which was established by Sri Rupa Gosvāmī. This Rupa Sagar is situated between the Sri Madan Mohan temple and the court of Hussain Shah. The bathing ghats of Rupa Sagar are covered with marble. On one of those marble slabs, it is written, "The Rupa Sagar Ghat of Sri Rāmakeli was built in 1268 of the Bengali era from the donations of the mercantile communities of the Maldaha district of Bengal." The water covers 10 bighas. Wow, that's huge. About 3.5 acres. And with the banks, it covers 20 bighas, about 6.5 acres. Rupa Sagar, Rāmakeli. Let's see what that looks like. Rupa Sagar, Rāmakeli. Whatever. I'm not going to waste your time. I don't know what's going on with my. About a quarter of a mile south of Sri Rāmakeli is a large hall that is named Baraduari because it has 12 doors. Up to 1801, during the time of Krent Sahib, the pillars of this hall were covered with gold. This hall is known by people as the court of Hussain Shah. It is said that Dabir Khas, do you know who Dabir Khas is? He had his office in this court. There are 4 gateways situated on the 4 sides of this hall. So Dabir Khas is Rupa Gosvāmī. It is said that the king used to enjoy hawa, or fresh air. Oh, hawa. Bengali spelling so funny. Or fresh air at the Hawas Khan Ghat. It is further said that when Sri Sanatan escaped from prison by giving 7,000 gold coins to the Yavan guard, he crossed the Ganga that night, came to this place, and began to cry out, "Shri Gauranga, Shri Gauranga." At that time, a crocodile came there and circumambulated Sri Sanatan 7 times. Sri Sanatan then sat on the back of that crocodile and crossed the Ganga. Shri Ganga Devi presently flows about a half mile from the Shri Madan Mohan temple. Apart from these, many glories of Hussain Shah Badasaha are still present here. There is Dakal Darauyaja, that's the main entrance, a Parika, the moat, and the Firoja Khan, that's the oldest ruin, a tall tower from which one could see the entire city of ancient Goda. There are also ruins of the treasury, the library, and the Lotan Mosque, which is one of the finest examples of architectural work. Before Muslim rule, this place was the capital of Lakshman Sen, known as Lakshmanavati. Its ruins can still be seen here. The capital of the Sen dynasty, situated in the Maldaha district, was the capital of Goda. The Ganga presently flows some distance from this place. The village of Rāmakeli is situated a short distance from the capital of Goda. Both Sri Sanatan and Sri Rupa Gosvāmī used to live in this village of Rāmakeli. Haribo, Rukmini Didi. Rukmini Didi's down, and so is Kishore. Cool, let's do it. Let's make a trip to Rāmakeli. Haribo Vangsi Vallabha. Yes, now we really have to go. Totally. I'm so down for it. Let's do it. Dinachari Pancha Prabhu She Punyasthane Asiyara Hila Jeno Keho Nahi Jane.
We want to go to.
Yes, let's make a big trip. Everybody come. Maybe next year we could all come for Gaur Purnima. We could all do a big trip to Rāmakeli before Gaur Purnima. Before Navadip Parikrama. Also, we did we had a Navadip Parikrama this last year. It was just a small unofficial Navadip Parikrama. It was really nice. I guess I have to discuss, because it was small, so it was manageable. But yeah, I'd have to talk. If anybody would like to come for that, let me know, and maybe we can arrange. And we could do some Goda Mandal Parikrama before that. Dinachari Pancha Prabhu She Punyasthane Asiyara Hila Jeno Keho Nahi Jane. The Lord came to that holy place and stayed there for 4 or 5 days without the knowledge of others. Surjer Uday ki kokhon gopya hoy Sarvalok shunilen Caitanya Vijay. But how is it possible to hide the sun? Everyone soon heard about Lord Chaitanya's arrival. Sarvaloka dekhite aishe harshamane Stri balaka vriddha adi sajjana durjane. Everyone, women, children, old people, pious persons and sinners, everyone joyfully came to see the Lord. Niravadi Prabhur aveshmay anga prema bhakti vina ar nahi kona ranga. The Lord was fully absorbed in ecstasy. He did not relish anything other than loving devotional service. Hunkar garjan kampa pulaka krandan nirantar achara paroye ghane ghan. He roared, cried out, trembled, and shed tears. The hairs of his body stood on end, and he repeatedly fell to the ground with great force. Niravadi bhaktagan koren kirtan tilardeko anya karma nahi kon. All the devotees continuously performed kirtan. They did not do anything else for even a moment. Heno shekrandana prabhu koren dakiya loke shune krosheker patete thakiya. The Lord cried so loudly that people 2 miles away could hear him. Yadyapiha bhakti rase agya sarva lok tatapiho prabhu dekhi sabar santosh. Although the people were ignorant about the mellows of devotional service, they were all pleased to see the Lord. Gaudiya Bhashya. Since people made advancement on the paths of material desires, karma, gyan, yoga, vows, and austerities, they were ignorant about the devotional service of the Lord. But even such ignorant people became pleased upon seeing Sri Mahāprabhu. Dure thaki sarvalok dandavata kori, sabe meli ucha kori bole hari hari. People offered their obeisances from a distance and loudly chanted together the name of Hari. Shuni matra Prabhu Hari nama lokha mukhe, visheshe ulasa bade premananda sukhe. As the Lord heard the name of Hari from the mouths of the people, the happiness he relished in ecstatic love increased. Bolo 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 Prabhu bole bahutuli, visheshe bolen sabe hoye kutuhali. The Lord raised his arms and exclaimed, Bolo, 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 chant, chant, chant. And the people responded with great enthusiasm. Henoshe ananda prakashen gorarai, javane o bole hari anyer ki dai. Lord Gauranga manifested such ecstasy that, what to speak of others, even the Yavanas chanted the name of Hari. Usually when it says Yavanas in Caitanya-bhāgavata, it's referring to the Muslims. Javane o dure thaki, kore namaskar, heno gora chandrer karunya avatar. Even the Yavanas offered obeisances from a distance. Such is the merciful incarnation of Lord Gaurachandra. Te log aise dekhite, dekhiya kaharo chitta naloy jaite. Oh man, it says my internet connection's unstable. Let me know if the internet gets way too bad, then I can try to move over to a different. I have Geo and Airtel, so I could try to move. I am back. Sorry guys, I've been having a lot of internet trouble lately. So annoying. Can you hear me all now though? Is it, I don't know what the connection's like. I'm still on Geo right now, but if it's way too bad, I'll move over to. Oh shoot. Okay. Okay. People came from the 4 directions to see the Lord. After seeing him, they did not feel like leaving. Shabe meli anande koren hari dwani, nirantar chaturdike ar nahi shuni. They all joyfully chanted the name of Hari. No other sound could be heard in the 4 directions. Just doing an internet speed test. Nikate javana raj parama durbar, tatapi ha chitte bhoy na janme kahar. Although the most cruel Yavan king lived nearby, no one was afraid of him because of the mercy of the Lord. Gaudiya Bhashya. The Yavan king's Baraduari was near Rāmakeli. The Yavan kings ruled from the capital of the Sain dynasty. Ordinary people knew that those kings would naturally attack the Vedic religion, so they were full of anxiety. But by the mercy of Gaura Sundar, his devotees were not afraid of loudly chanting the name of Hari. Nirbhay hoya sarva loke bole Hari, dukha shoka griha karma shakala pasari. People forgot their distress, lamentation, and household duties as they fearlessly chanted the name of Hari. Kotowalo giya kohi leka rajasthane, eka nyasi ashiache Rāmakeli grame. the local constable went and informed the king, Hussain Shah. He said, a sannyasi has come to the village of Rāmakeli. Niravadi koroye bhuter sankirtan, na jani tahar sthane mile koto jan. That sannyasi is performing some kind of ghastly sankirtan, bhuter sankirtan. I do not know how many people have joined him. Raja bole, koho koho sannyasi kemon, ki khai, ki nam, koiche deher ghotan. The king said, tell me something about the sannyasi. What does he eat? What is his name? And what does he look like? Kotowala bole shuno, shuno ho goshai, e moto arbhuta kabu deki shuni nai. The constable replied, listen, O Lord, I have never heard of or seen such a personality. Sannyasir sharirer sondarya dekhite, kama deva shama heno na pari bolite. That sannyasi's body is so beautiful, it cannot be compared with that of even Cupid. Jiniya kanaka kanti prakanda sharir, ajanu lambita bhuja nabi sugabhir. His effulgence defeats the effulgence of gold. His body is large, his arms reach to his knees, and his navel is deep. Singhagriva gajaskanda kamala nayan, koti chandra she mukher nakori saman. His neck is like that of a lion, his shoulders are like those of an elephant, and his eyes resemble lotus flowers. His face cannot be compared with millions of moons. Suranga adar mukta jiniya dashan, kama sharasana jeno bhrubhangi patan. His lips are reddish, his teeth defeat the beauty of pearls, and his eyebrows are like Cupid's bow. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word suranga means reddish. The phrase bhrubhangi patan is explained as follows. The word bhangi means picture. His two eyebrows, his brudvai, were shaped like a bow, and his nose resembled an arrow placed on that bow. That's an interesting, the bow and then the arrow of the bow is the nose. So this is the way the Lord's eyebrows were portrayed. Sundar supina vakhe lepita chandan, mahakoti tate shobe aruna vasan. His beautiful broad chest is smeared with sandalwood pulp, and his waist is adorned with saffron cloth. Wow, this really sounds like a devotee of Mahāprabhu speaking. This is just the constable of the Hussain Shah. Aruna kamala jeno charana jugal, dasha nak jeno dasha tarpana nirmal. His 2 feet are like reddish lotus flowers, and his 10 toenails are like 10 shiny mirrors. Kono ba rajer kono rajar nandan, gyana pai nyasi hoy koroye brahman. He looks like a king's son who has attained spiritual knowledge and is now wandering about as a sannyasi. Navanita hoite o kamala sarva anga, tahate arbhuta shuno acharer ranga. His bodily limbs are softer than butter. Yet hear about the wonder when he falls forcefully to the ground. Eka dande poren achara shata shata, pashana bhanga tabu anga nahe kota. Within a half hour, he falls to the ground hundreds of times so forcefully that even a stone would be broken. But there is not a single mark on his body. Nirantara sanyasir urdharamavali, panaser pray ange pulaka mandali. The hairs of that sannyasi's body always stand on end, and he resembles a jackfruit. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word panaser means jackfruit. Kone kone sanyasir heno kampa hoy, sahasra jane o dhori bare shakti noy. That sannyasi frequently shivers in such a way that even 1,000 people cannot hold him still. Dui lochaner jal, arbut dekite, koto nadi bohe heno na pari kohite. The tears that flow from his eyes are wonderful to see. I cannot describe how many streams are flowing from his eyes. Kokono vasanyasir heno hasya hoy, atta atta dui prahare o khona noy. Sometimes that sannyasi continues laughing loudly for 6 hours without stop. Gaudiya Bhashya. The phrase kona noi means no ends to the loud laughter. Kokono murchita hoy shuniya kirtan, sabe bhoy pai kichu na thake chetan. Sometimes he loses consciousness while listening to the kirtan. Everyone then becomes afraid because he shows no sign of life. Bahutuli nirantar, bole hari nam, bhojana shayana ar, nahi kichu kam. He raises his arms and constantly chants the name of Hari. He does nothing else, even while eating and sleeping. Hare Krishna Shasharmaji. Chaturdike thaki lok, aise dekhite, kahar na loy, chitta gharete jaite. People come from the 4 directions to see him, and after seeing him, no one desires to return home. Koto dekhi yachi ami nyasi yogi gyani, e mata arbhuta kabo nahi dekhi shuni. I have seen many sannyasis, yogis and gyanis, but I have never before seen or heard of anyone like him. Kohilaya e Mahārāja Tomasthane, desha dhanya hoilo e purusha agamane. O Maharaj, I can tell you that by the arrival of this personality, the whole kingdom has become glorious. Na khai na loy karo, na kore sambhasha, shobe niravadi eka kirtana vilasa. He does not eat, accept charity, or talk with others. His only engagement is to always relish kirtan. Yadyapi yavana raja parama durbar, katha shuni chitte boro, hoilo chamatkar. Although the Yavan king was most ruthless, he was struck with wonder on hearing this description. Keshava khanere raja dakiya aniya, jigyasaye raja boro vismita hoya. The king then summoned Keshav Khan and inquired from him in great wonder. Kohoto Keshava Khan kimoto tomar, Shri Krishna Caitanya boli nama bolo jar. Tell me, Keshav Khan, what is your opinion about the person named Shri Krishna Caitanya? Kemota tahara kata, kemota manusha, kemota goshai tiho kohiba avashya. Tell me, what does he preach? What kind of person is he? And what kind of sannyasi is he? Gaudiya Bhashya. The word tiho means he. Chaturdike thaki loka tahare dekhite, ki nimite aishe kohiba bhalo mate. Also, tell me clearly why people come from the 4 directions to see him. Shuniya Keshava Khan parama sajan, bhoy pai lukaiya kohen kotan. When the most pious Keshav Khan heard these questions, he became worried and spoke in a way to suppress the truth. Ke bole goshai eka bhikshuk sannyasi, deshantari garib vriksher talavasi. Who says he is a goshai? He is just a mendicant sannyasi. He is a poor fellow from another country who lives under trees. Raja bole goribo na bolo kabutane, mahadosh hoy iha shunile shravane. Wow, we get the Hussain Shah now defending Mahāprabhu to Keshav Khan, the pious Keshav Khan. He says, the king said, don't ever call him poor, for it is a great offense to hear such a description. Hindu jare bole Krishna, khodai javane, she tiho nishchoy jani ho sarva jane. Know for certain that he is the same personality whom the Hindus address as Krishna and the Yavanas address as Khoda. Hussain Shah is saying this. Interesting. Apanara rajeshe amar agya rahe, tar agya shire kori sarva desha bohe. My order is carried out only in my kingdom, but his order is respectfully carried out in all places. E nija rajye amare koto jane, manda kori bare lagi ache mone mone. Even some persons in my own kingdom have begun conspiring to harm me. Tahare shakal deshe kai vakya mane ishvara nahile vina arte bhaje kene. But the people of all places respect him with their body, mind, and speech. Why would they worship him if he were not God? Choy mas aji ami jivaka na dile, nana jukti koribek sevaka shakale, apnar khai lok tahane sevite, chahe taha keho nahi pae bhalo mate. If I do not provide salaries to my servants for 6 months, they will conspire against me in various ways. Yet these people maintain themselves and still desire to serve him, even though they do not get a proper opportunity. Gaudiya Bhashya. When the Yavan king developed a doubt about Mahāprabhu, he summoned one of his servants named Keshav Khan and asked him about the Lord. In reply, Keshav said, Mahāprabhu is a very poor foreigner. Hussain Shah then said, if I stop paying my servants for 6 months, they will not remain loyal to me. But in this case, I can see that on the order of Mahāprabhu, his servants exhibit enthusiasm to serve him without salary. They follow his orders while arranging their own food and shelter. My order is followed only in my kingdom. But even though he is a foreigner, his order is being followed in my country. Ataiva tiho satya jani ho ishwar, goribo koriyatane na bolo uttar. Therefore, know for certain that he is the Supreme Lord. Do not call him poor. Do not call him garib. Raja bole e moi bolilu sabare, keho jadi upadrava koro ye tahare. The king then said, I order that no one should disturb him in any way. Je kone tahana icha, thakuna shekhane, apanar shastramata karuna vidhane. Let him stay wherever he desires, and let him preach the teachings of his scriptures in whatever way he wants. Sarva loka loy shuke karuna kirtan, virale thakun kiba jeno loy man. Let him peacefully perform kirtan with his followers, and let him stay in a solitary place or anywhere else he likes. Kajiva kotala kiva, ho kono jan, kichu bolile tar loimu jivan. If anyone attempts to oppose him, I will take his life, whether he is a qazi or a constable. Wow, that's really amazing. E agya kori raja gela abhyantar, heno ranga kore prabhu Śrī Gaur Sundar. After the king issued this order, he went inside his palace. Such are the pastimes of Śrī Gaur Sundar. Jai Hussain Saha Sarva Uriyar Deshe, Deva Murti Bhangilek Deu Lo Visheshe. This same Hussain Shah broke deities and temples throughout Orissa. He's breaking Thakurjis in temples. But that same Hussain Shah is saying that he will kill even the qazi or constable if they oppose Śrī Gaur Sundar. The word deula means temple. Heno javane o mani leko gora chandra, tatapi ho ebe na manoe jato andha. Even such a Yavan respected Gaurachandra. Yet nowadays, many blind persons do not. Even the sinful Yavan respected Gaurachandra, but nowadays, even many blind persons do not. My God. Yeah. After the time of the Gosvāmīs, during this time of Śrīla Vrindavan Das Thakur, we hear it was a dark period of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. All right, sorry. So I'm going to stop here, and we'll continue on reading from Caitanya-bhāgavata tomorrow, from this point onwards. But now we are going to read from this book by Srila Bhakti Vallabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja, Śrī Caitanya and His Associates. All right. So if anybody wants to buy this book, they made an updated version of it, so it's even more close to the Bengali, and it's available on the Amazon store. You can buy it for your Kindle, or even for your phone or computer. You can use the Kindle app like I'm going to do right now. Yeah. It's like one of the most helpful books. All right. Also, Rukmini Didi has a Facebook group, right? Where you send out special things for different titis. I think you've shared the link with me for that before, but if you could share it again, then I could share it in the WhatsApp group. So now, Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura. Let's... Themes. Now, what am I doing? I'm looking for the contents. Where's the contents? Oh, there it is. Okay, I think number 10, Śrīvāsa Pandit. Okay. Śrīvāsa Pandito Dhiman Ya Pura Narado Muni Parvatakyo Muni Varo Ya Asin Narada Priya Shri Rama Pandita Shriman Takanishta Sahodara Nam Nambika Vraje Dhatri Stanya Dhatri Stita Pura Saivayam Malini Namni Śrīvāsa Grihini Mata. Narad Muni in Krishna's Leela has become Śrīvāsa Pandit in Gaur Leela. Narad Muni's friend Parvat Muni appeared as Śrīvāsa Pandit's younger brother Sri Rama Pandit. Śrīvāsa Pandit's wife Malini Devi is Ambika, Krishna's wet nurse in Vraj. We just read about, what is it? Stana Jare Netri Bahe Pani. When she sees Nityananda Prabhu, milk flows from her breast and tears flow from her eyes. She has that motherly affection. That's Gorgonadishtipika, verse 90. By the way, we are going to be coming out with our own version, GBP's version of Gorgonadishtipika very soon. Śrīvāsa translated it, now we're just checking through it, and yeah, soon it will be published into a book. The Pancha Tattva. Pancha Tattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Surupakam Bhakta Avataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. I pay obeisances to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, who has appeared in 5 aspects: as a devotee, as the expansion of a devotee, as the avatar of a devotee, as a pure devotee, and as the devotional energy. That's Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lila 1:14. So 14th verse beginning. The Supremely Potent is revealed in 5 different manifestations according to his desire to experience 5 different pastimes. Ontologically, there is no difference between them. They are one truth, expressed according to 5 dispositions. Thus, Shri Gauranga, Shri Nityananda Prabhu, Shri Advaita Acharya, Shri Gadadhar Pandit, and Śrīvāsa Pandit, and the other devotees, are ontologically non-different from one another. Nevertheless, that one truth is manifest as a devotee, Bhaktarup, the expansion of a devotee, Bhakta Surup, the avatar of a devotee, Bhaktavatar, and the energy of a devotee, Bhakta Shakti, and the pure devotee, Bhaktakya, according to the desire to relish different tastes of divine different tastes of divine relationship. So Bhakta Rup is Mahāprabhu himself, Bhakta Surup is Nityananda Prabhu, Bhakta Avatar is Advaita Acharya, Bhakta Shakti is Gadadhar Pandit, and just Bhakta is Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura. Rup, Swarup, Avatar, Shakti, and Bhakta. Of these 5 truths, the Supreme Lord himself, the son of Nanda, takes on the devotional mood to become Bhakta Rup. His full expansion, Swayam Prakash, Balaram, takes on the devotional mood and appears as the Bhakta Swarup, Nityananda Prabhu. Mahavishnu takes on the devotional mood and appears as Bhakta Avatar, Advaita Acharya. These 3 are Vishnu Tattva. The first 3 are Vishnu Tattva. Then the devotional energy, Bhakta Shakti, and the pure devotee, the Shuddha Bhakta, are classified as energies of Vishnu Tattva, which are considered non-different because of their dependent relationship. That's why we offer a tulsi leaf on the feet of the Bhakta Rup, Bhakta Sarup, and Bhakta Avatar, Mahāprabhu, Nityananda and Advaita Acharya. But the Shaktis, like Gadadhar Pandit, Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura, all the other devotees, our Guru Varga, we offer tulsi into their hands. We never should put tulsi on their feet. Only in their hand to offer. Okay. The principal devotional energies. So the devotional energy and the pure devotees are classified as energies of Vishnu Tattva, which are considered non-different because of their dependent relationship. Okay. The principal, I think this is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, right? Maybe not. Maybe it's directly Srila Bhakti Vallabha Gosvāmī Maharaj. Okay. The principal devotional energies are Gadadhar Pandit, Swarup Damodar Goswami, and Ramananda Rai. The pure devotees include Śrīvāsa Pandit and others who are in the moods of friendship or servitude. Śrīvāsa Pandit is thus a member of the Panchatattva. He is a representative of all the devotees headed by Śrīvāsa Pandit. That's what Śrīvāsādi Gaur Bhaktivinoda, that's what that means. The devotees headed by Śrīvāsa Pandit. Śrīvāsa Pandit hailed from Sylhet. He later came to live in Navadvip, where he became instrumental in enhancing the Gauranga Lila. From the Caitanya-bhāgavata and Chaitanya Charitamrita, we learn that Śrīvāsa and his three brothers, Sri Ram Pandit, Sri Pati Pandit, and Sri Kanta, or Sri Nidhi Pandit, were all participants in Mahāprabhu's Lila. Gaudiya Vaishnava Abhidan cites Prem Vilasa saying that Śrīvāsa Pandit's father was a Vedic Brahmin of the name Sri Jaladhar Pandit. Śrīvāsa Pandit was the second of 5 sons. The eldest son, named Sri Nalina Pandit, had a daughter named Narayani Devi, mother of the author of the Caitanya-bhāgavata Vrindavan Das. Okay. So Vrindavan Das Thakur's grandfather is Nalina Pandit. That's the oldest. That's the oldest. Śrīvāsa Pandit's older brother, Nalin Pandit. His daughter is Narayani Devi, who is the mother of Vrindavan Das Thakur. Okay. Narayani Devi's husband, Vaikuntha Das Vipra, died while she was pregnant with Vrindavan Das. So she left her husband's house in Kumarhatta in Halisahar and came to live with Śrīvāsa Pandit in Navadvip. Śrīvāsa Pandit and Nimai Pandit. During his student life, Nimai would engage Gadadhar, Mukunda, and other devotees in debate, first defeating all their arguments, and then showing how they could have been defended. The devotees were astonished at his prowess, but thought that his learning would bear fruit only if he became a devotee of Krishna. Nimai would pay obeisances to devotees such as Śrīvāsa Pandit whenever he saw them, and they, in turn, would bless him, saying, "May you have devotion to Krishna." One day, Śrīvāsa Pandit was out walking when he encountered Nimai on the street. He said, "People study in order to become devotees of Krishna. What is the use of all their studies if they don't become devotees? Don't waste your time. Start worshipping Krishna as soon as possible." Mahāprabhu felt great joy upon hearing such words from the mouth of his own devotee, and he answered, "You are a devotee. By your mercy, I will surely have devotion for Krishna someday." Even though they could not help but be attracted to Nimai, the devotees were unable to recognize him as their own worshipable Lord due to the influence of his Yogamaya Lila Shakti. This is a most astonishing and attractive pastime. Nimai becomes a devotee. When Mahāprabhu returned and I'm just seeing, there's a bunch of comments I missed. Whoa, very interesting. Sorry, this is going back to what we were reading in Caitanya-bhāgavata, but it's just too interesting, I need to share. Kishore said that in one place in Navadvip, some people were putting posters of Kripalu. They were saying that Kripalu, I think everybody here knows Kripalu, right? I don't think he's alive anymore. Maybe he is. No, I think he passed away. But he's one person who claims to be Mahaprabhu. Some bogus person. And so they were saying that Kripalu was Mahaprabhu. These people were putting posters around. Then the Muslims of that area got really mad, and they started taking down the posters of Kripalu. And the Muslims there said that these people are offending Mahāprabhu. So even the Muslims of the present time, they were defending Mahāprabhu, just like Hussain Shah was defending Mahāprabhu. Too. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Amy Jing. Okay. Back to Caitanya and his associates. Nimai becomes, oops, did I share the screen? I didn't share the screen. There. Okay, Nimai becomes a devotee. When Mahāprabhu returns from Gaya, he began to display all the symptoms of one who is intoxicated with love of God. Shachi Mata became terrified, thinking that her son had gone mad. When Śrīvāsa Pandit came to see Mahāprabhu, Mahāprabhu said, "Everyone thinks I have gone crazy. What do you think happened to me?" Śrīvāsa Pandit laughed and answered, "Your madness is good madness. I want the same for myself. I see the signs of ecstatic love for Krishna in your body. Lord Krishna is very merciful to you." What was it? I think the exact term was Vata dosh. Yeah, or Vayu dosh. I think it was Vayu dosh. And he said that I want that kind of disease. Śrīvāsa Pandit. A relieved Mahāprabhu embraced Śrīvāsa Pandit, and Mahāprabhu said, "If you too had said that I was going mad, I would have drowned myself in the Ganga." So this is all from Caitanya-bhāgavata, Antya-khaṇḍa, chapter 2, verses 113 to 117. When Mahāprabhu instituted the loud chanting of the holy names in his own house and in that of Śrīvāsa Pandit, all the atheistic neighbors began to complain that they were losing sleep because of the noise. They looked for ways to counter the movement and even started false rumors that the king would come soon to punish the devotees. The naive Śrīvāsa Pandit, is naive the right word? Yeah, I guess. Naive, innocent Śrīvāsa Pandit. He believed these stories. He believed these stories and was filled with anxiety. He began to worship Nrsimhadev for protection. Understanding that Śrīvāsa Pandit was afraid, the Lord, who takes away the distress of his devotees, went to his house. He kicked open the door and said, "Who are you worshipping? Who are you meditating on? Behold, he whom you are worshipping is standing before you. I will save the righteous and destroy the wicked. You should worry no longer." So saying, he sat down in the heroic posture, the Virasana, and revealed the divine form of Lord Nrsimha holding the conch, discus, club, and lotus. And remember, Nimai had been growing up, just seeming like a logician and never having any inclination for bhakti. And, all the devotees were seeing him for so long. This is the first time Mahaprabhu was manifesting himself. And they're like, "What? You all this time? This has been, you've been, yeah." When Śrīvāsa Pandit saw this extraordinary manifestation of the Lord, he was overwhelmed with feelings of love and began to recite hymns of praise. Mahāprabhu was pleased with Śrīvāsa Pandit's recital and told him to call his wife and family members to see his divine form. He gave his prasad to Narayani Devi and showed his mercy to her by making her utter the holy name. Just as the devotees is dear to the Lord is also dear to his devotee. Nityananda Prabhu's Vyasa Puja. When Nityananda Prabhu came to Navadvip, Mahāprabhu knew that he was staying at Nandanacharya's house, and so he went there in the company of the devotees. There they met for the first time. In order to reveal Nityananda Prabhu's glories to his associates, he had Śrīvāsa Pandit recite a verse from Śrīmad Bhagavatam. Barha pidam natavaravapu karnayo karnikaram bibradvasa kanakakapisham vaijayantim chamalam randran venor adara sudaya purayan gopa vrindaranyam swapadaramanam pravishad gita kirti. And this is said to be like the topmost verse of Śrīmad Bhagavatam, glorifying, describing the beauty of Krishna. Srila Gurudev says. Krishna was dressed as a dancing performer, ornamented with a peacock feather on his top knot, karnikar flowers on his ears, wearing a yellow garment as brilliant as gold, and a Vaijayanti garland around his neck. He entered the forest of Vrindavan, the pleasure garden of his auspiciously marked feet, while filling the holes of his flute with the nectar of his lips. The cowherd boys began to sing his glories. That's Śrīmad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 21, Verse 5. As soon as Nityananda Prabhu heard the verse that Śrīvāsa Pandit recited, he fainted, and the 8 ecstatic symptoms appeared on his body. Vishvambar clasped Nityananda Prabhu to his bosom. A few days later, Mahāprabhu indicated that he wished Nityananda Prabhu to perform the Vyas Puja ceremony, so preparations were made for this ritual to be had at Śrīvāsa Pandit's house. On the eve of the ceremony, when the Adivas Kirtan was being sung, Mahāprabhu himself was possessed by the spirit of Baladev, thus revealing Nityananda Prabhu's identity with Balaram. Then he called out to Advaita Acharya's name. He said, Nada, Nada. Interesting, it says Nada means one who makes something move. But yeah, I remember reading a couple Gaudiya Bhashyas where it explained in very great detail what the meaning of the word Nada. But Mahaprabhu seems to always refer to Advaita Acharya when he's in his, like not in the mood of a devotee, but when he's, in the mood of being the Supreme Lord. So he said, Nada, Nada, revealing how Advaita Acharya had made him descend by his prayers. On the following day, Śrīvāsa Pandit took the role of the ceremony's Acharya. After completing the puja, the Vyas Puja, he placed a flower garland in Nityananda Prabhu's hand and told him to offer it to Vyasadeva while chanting the appropriate mantras. Nityananda Prabhu, however, put the garland around Mahaprabhu's neck. Mahāprabhu immediately gave Nityananda Prabhu a vision of a 6-armed form. At the end of the Vyas Puja, Mahāprabhu ordered the devotees to sing the holy names. Later, he asked Śrīvāsa Pandit for the prasad of Vyasadeva, which he personally distributed to all the devotees, as well as to Śrīvāsa Pandit's servants. Everyone ate the offerings with great pleasure. When Mahāprabhu saw Śrīvāsa Pandit's devotion to Nityananda Prabhu, he blessed him, saying that there would never be any poverty in his house, and that even the dogs and cats in his house will have steady devotion to the Lord. Wow. Even the cats and dogs in Śrīvāsa Pandit's house will have steady devotion to the Lord. Oh, glories to the cats and dogs of Śrīvāsa Pandit's house. Kirtan at Śrīvāsa Angan. When Mahāprabhu desired to begin his Sankirtan pastimes, he held them in the house of Śrīvāsa Pandit, with only his intimate associates present. When the Kirtan began on Ekadashi, Mahāprabhu revealed many transformations of ecstatic love as soon as the chanting began. And this is a song that we sing every Ekadashi. Shri Hari Vasare Hari Kirtana Vidana Nritta Arambhila Prabhu Jagater Prana Punyavanta Śrīvāsāyangane Shubharamba Uthilo Kirtana Dhvani Gopala Govinda. Wait, what's that, Rukmini? He said, ergo. Oh, yeah. There were cats and dogs belonging to Śrīvāsa Pandit's house. What does ergo mean? Okay. So, the scriptural, I think this is Antya-khaṇḍa chapter 8. The scriptural injunction is that one should engage in Hari Kirtan on Ekadashi, also known as Hari Vasar. That evening, Mahāprabhu, the life of the world, began to dance. This auspicious beginning of the Sankirtan movement took place in the pious Śrīvāsa Pandit's courtyard, where the sound of Krishna's name Gopal and Govinda rose to the sky. Yes, that's chapter 8 of Antya-khaṇḍa, verse 138. And in all the different Gaudiya Mats, they sing, I think, like 30 verses from this every Ekadashi. Yes, Manjari Didi says, may we be likewise blessed by hearing these pastimes. Jai Ho. Mahāprabhu ordered that the doors should remain closed, And the wicked and hard-hearted persons who refused entry began to criticize Mahāprabhu and his devotees. They were jealous. Why aren't we allowed in? So they began to criticize Mahāprabhu and the devotees. Oh, ergo means therefore we conclude. Cool, new word for me. Therefore we conclude that the cats and dogs belong to Śrīvāsa's house. Oh, for some reason it cut out your message. I don't know why. Okay, so yeah, they were envious. They began to criticize Mahāprabhu and his devotees. Mahaprabhu's followers ignored their insults and continued to ecstatically sing the holy names. Just as the long night of the Raslila seemed to the gopis to last only a few moments, the nights of kirtan at Śrīvāsa Pandit's house seemed brief to Mahaprabhu and his followers. At the end of one such night, Mahaprabhu placed all the Shaligram Shilas on his lap and sat down on the altar, where he revealed his divine nature in a wonderful form and accepted all the food offerings given to him by his devotees. On another occasion, Mahaprabhu exhibited Mahaprakash Lila, the pastime of the great epiphany at Śrīvāsaṅgan. It's 21 hours, right? Sat Prahariya Bhav, 21 hours ecstasy. This is recounted in chapter 9 of Caitanya-bhāgavata's Antya-khaṇḍa. On that occasion, he withdrew his devotional mood, his mood as a devotee. He stopped all his divine trances and openly revealed his divinity, sitting on Vishnu's throne for 21 hours. At his signal, the devotees performed the Abhishek ceremony reserved for the King of Kings, according to the scriptural regulations. The devotees made their offerings of flowers and gifts, and Mahaprabhu stretched out his feet and accepted them without artifice. Artifice, is that how you say that? Artifice. That means clever or cunning devices or expedients. Huh. Okay. He then gave all present a blessing, fulfilling their personal desires. In the course of this 21-hour Mahaprakash Lila, Mahaprabhu appeared in the forms of all the previous avatars. One evening, Śrīvāsa's mother-in-law hid in a corner of the courtyard, from where she hoped to be able to see the Lord's Sankirtan pastimes. Yeah, in that Mahaprakash Lila, wasn't it the last person to receive Mahaprabhu's mercy was Narayani Devi, Vrindavan Das Thakur's mother. One second, I need to, just give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Actually, I'm back. Oops, forgot to share the screen. All right. One evening, Śrīvāsa's mother-in-law hid in a corner of the courtyard, from where she hoped to be able to see the Lord's Sankirtan pastimes. Being the indweller of all beings, the Lord was aware of her presence, and kept repeating to his companions that on that day he felt no joy in the singing of the holy name. This was very disquieting for the devotees, who, suspecting that some outsider might be hiding there, started to search through the house. When Śrīvāsa Pandit found his mother-in-law, he was mortified, and taking her by the hair, he led her out of the courtyard. Only those who have received the mercy of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu have the right to witness his pastimes. On another occasion, a certain brahmachari who subsisted on milk alone asked Śrīvāsa Pandit for permission to see Mahaprabhu's kirtan. Śrīvāsa Pandit knew that he was sattvic in his habits, and so he invited him in. Śrīvāsa Pandit had the brahmachari hide inside the house, but Mahaprabhu, the indweller of all beings, was well aware of what was taking place. He said, "I don't know what is wrong with the kirtan today. I am feeling no pleasure in it. I think that there must be an outsider here somewhere." Śrīvāsa Pandit became afraid and said, "A brahmachari who takes only milk asked if he could watch you dance. He was so eager, and I knew him to be austere, so I let him in." Mahaprabhu became angry and answered, "One cannot attain devotion to Krishna without surrendering to him, and certainly not by drinking a milk diet and engaging in other superficial austerities. Make him leave." The Brahmin fearfully left the house, but he still asked if he could have a partial look at the Lord. The most merciful Lord called him in to his side and placed his lotus feet on his head, telling him not to make a show of his austere practices out of pride. I remember that milk drinking brahmachari also, he said that it is right that I got this punishment, and like his mood was very humble. He fully accepted the Lord's punishment like that, and so then the Lord was merciful to him. When Mahaprabhu put a play on about his Vrindavan pastimes at Chandrasekhar's house in Mayapur, Śrīvāsa Pandit played the part of Narad Muni. Advaita Acharya took on the role of the clown, or a vidushaka, and Haridas Thakur played the police officer. Interesting, vidushaka. Oh, wait, anyways. I'm just curious I remember reading different terms in our reading, but I'm just curious. Let's see. Oops, let me type in Bengali. Oops, I'm typing in Hindi. Anyways, doesn't matter. There it is. Vidushaka. That means a jester, fool, clown, buffoon. Okay, so a jester. I think jester is a good word. And Haridas Thakur played the, what was the word? Anyways, police officer, that works. Mahaprabhu himself first played Rukmini, and then Adya Shakti. So Mahaprabhu first played Rukmini, and then the Adya Shakti, while Nityananda Prabhu played the part of an old woman. The Lord again sat on the altar in the mood of the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi. As the mother of the universe, and in a spirit of affection for his devotees, he fed them breast milk. And Śrīvāsa Pandit played himself, Narad Muni. Offenses to Śrīvāsa. Mahaprabhu's kirtans went on at Śrīvāsa Pandit's house with the doors locked every night for a full year. During this time, many non-devotee Brahmins tried to make fun of Mahaprabhu and his associates. Several of these non-devotees became envious because they were unable to see what was going on, and they insulted the devotees. One of them was a Bhattacharya Brahmana named Gopal Chapal, who decided to destroy Śrīvāsa Pandit's reputation by placing a plate of offerings intended for Kali on his doorstep. These included liquor and meat, red hibiscus, red hibiscus flowers, and red sandalwood. In the morning, when Śrīvāsa Pandit opened the door, he saw these items and started to laugh. He loudly proclaimed, "Look, everyone, I am a Shakta. I have been worshipping the goddess all night long." His better-behaved neighbors were pained to see what had taken place, and they removed the offending items and purified the doorstep with cow dung. As a result of this offense to Śrīvāsa Pandit, Gopal Chapal was afflicted with leprosy. One day, when Mahaprabhu came to the banks of the Ganga to bathe, Gopal Chapal approached him and prayed to be freed from his disease. Mahaprabhu angrily answered him, "O sinner, envious of the devotees, I will not save you. I will have you eaten by worms like this for millions of births, for a million births. You made it seem as though Śrīvāsa Pandit had worshipped Kali, so you will dwell for a million lifetimes in the hell known as Rodav." This is in the 17th chapter of the Adi Lila of Chaitanya Charitamrita, verse 51 to 52. Manjari made a point regarding Śrīvāsa, saying, "Oh, look, see everybody, I'm a Shakta." She said, "A good sense of humor is necessary in order to not constantly be feeling offended." Yes, very important lesson that we can take from that. So Mahaprabhu said to Gopal Chapal, "You will dwell for a million lifetimes in the hell known as Rodav." When Mahaprabhu had taken sannyas, he once came to Kulia, the site where offenses are forgiven. This is what we read about. This is our reading yesterday. Kulia is the present-day town of Navadvip, also known as Koladvip. That's the islands that I'm on, Koladvip. This time, forgiven, Mahaprabhu was compassionate and told him to ask forgiveness of Śrīvāsa Pandit. One must ask forgiveness of the very devotee one has offended if one wishes to be freed from offense. When Śrīvāsa forgave Gopal Chapal, he was liberated from the effects of his offense. The unfortunate Devananda Pandit, though a great lecturer in the Śrīmad-bhāgavatam, was devoid of devotion. One day, and we read about this Lila from here, right? We read about it from, and we also read from the heart of Sri Krishna yesterday by Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj. So one day, Śrīvāsa Pandit went to listen to him lecture, and being a great devotee, he was deeply affected by the Bhagavat's verses, and tears started to flow from his eyes in the midst of the assembly. Devananda Pandit's students, who were all Pashandis, forcibly dragged Śrīvāsa Pandit outside for disturbing the audience. Even though he saw his students acting in this way, Devananda Pandit did nothing to stop them. Thus, he too became an offender to a Vaishnav. Mahāprabhu later roundedly rebuked Devananda Pandit for his inaction on this occasion. Later on, Devananda Pandit had the good fortune to come into the association of a Kreshwar Pandit, who taught him Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's true identity. He thus became sorry for the offense he had committed and received Mahaprabhu's mercy. According to the Gaur-Ganodesha Dipika, Devananda is Nanda Mahāraja's court Pandit Bhaguri Muni in Vrajalila. Yes, such an important lesson, definitely. We read about, I think we read this Leela 3 times yesterday, or at least twice. Yeah. Actually, I almost read it, yeah, anyways, doesn't matter. We read it directly from Caitanya-bhāgavata, then we read it in this book. We read the full chapter the full section on Devananda Pandit from this chapter yesterday, and also we read that chapter from the Heart of Krishna. It's a very important pastime. I love when things line up automatically, though, without any plan. Okay, so the Qazi tries to break up the kirtan. Oh my God, it's already 8:32. Okay, so I know for many devotees it is very late, and if you have to go now, I totally understand. Don't feel any pressure to stay. You could also listen to the rest of this later on. Dandavat pranams. But I'm going to just continue till we reach the end. Right, Hare Krishna. The Qazi tries to break up the kirtan. Or maybe we can sing the Śrīvāsāṣṭakam now, just in case anybody was waiting for that, and then we can finish the rest of this after that. I don't think there's so much left over. So yeah, I'm going to do that. We'll take a little break to sing Śrīvāsāṣṭakam, and then if you have to go, you can go. I sent it out on the Gaudiya Kirtan mailing list, so you'll see it right here. Śrīvāsāṣṭakam. And this is a new updated translation we just made. Just got it ready. So all of you here are the first ones to see it, other than the editor and translator. You're the first, the next people to see it. So, and this, I don't know who wrote this, but it is in the Gaudiya Math songbooks. This is like the official Śrīvāsa Pandit song in Sanskrit. With great delight, I take shelter of Śrī Śrīvāsa, the foremost of Pandits. He wears white garments and has a golden complexion. It is he who grants devotion to Śrī Gaur. The kirtan Śrī Gaur performs during his pastimes in Navadvip is Śrīvāsa's wealth, and he is prominently celebrated for this. He is my refuge. Śrīvāsa was so absorbed in the bliss of Śrī Gaur's kirtan that even the death of his son could not affect him. Time and again, I propitiate that king of devotees. At first, he lived in Srihatta, and later he came to dwell in Kumarhatta on the banks of the Bhagirathi and took shelter of Śrī Gaurasundar. That Śrīvāsa Pandit, that Śrī Śrīvāsa, is my goal and refuge. I venerate the eminent and saintly Śrīvāsa, whose brothers, Shriram, Shripati, and Srinidhi, are exalted among saintly personalities. He who, in previous ages, was Narad, flooding the universe with the ambrosia of the holy names of Hari, is now, in the current times, Śrīvāsa, He is my he is my refuge. I take refuge in Śrī Śrīvāsa Prabhu, whose wife, Malini Devi, satisfies Śrī Gauranga with the meals she prepares with her own hands. Just as Śrī Gauranga is Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura's sole refuge, he is also the sole refuge of Malini, Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura's wife. This is well known throughout the land of Gauda. With utmost regard, I offer thousands of obeisances unto their lotus feet. He is exceptionally dear to Śrī Caitanya. I venerate Śrīvāsa Pandit. A merciful glance from him awakens love and attachment for Śrī Gauranga. And this is the Vigrahas in Śrīvāsa Angan. Love how they have a mridanga in the middle there. All the devotees with Mahāprabhu and Gornitai. And I guess one of them must be Śrīvāsa Pandit. I don't know which one though. I think I might go to Śrīvāsa Angan today. There's supposed to be a program there with Padmanabha Maharaj. And so, yeah, if I do go, then I'll try to find out, and then I can let you know which one of these is Śrīvāsa Pandit. Okay. Oh yeah, let's sing it. Okay, so I'm just getting the mridanga. So these verses are in the meter Anushtubh, which is the same meter as Bhagavad Gita verses. And so I don't really have a way I'm totally satisfied with singing this. I do have one way that I like, but I always sing it for everything that's in Anushtubh when I have to play instruments. So I would like to learn other melodies, other ways to sing Anushtubh verses. But this is the melody that I heard Muni Maharaj sing, the Radha Vinod Bihari Tattvāṣṭakam. That's how I'm going to sing this. All right. Do I have noise? Yeah, okay, sound for musician is on. Just double checking. Okay. Manjari made a point, I just noticed it. It says, inaction and neutrality in the face of Vaishnava aparad is also an offense to that Vaishnav. Yes, very important point, lesson learned from the story of Devananda Pandit in regards to Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura. Very good. Thank you for highlighting that. Okay. Ashrayami Śrī Śrīvāsam Tamadhyam Panditam Muda Shuklam Bharadharam Goram Gora Bhakti Pradayakam Shri Gaurasya Navadvipa Lila Kirtana Sampadi Ya Pradana Taya Khyata Sa Śrīvāsa Gatir Mama Shri Gaura Kirtana Nande Putra Shoko Pina Sprishat Yam Śrīvāsam Bhakta Raja Tam Namami Puna Puna Ado Vasastu Shri Hate Bhagiratyastate Tata Kumara Hate Yasyasit Same Gaura Gatir Gati Shri Rama Shri Patishchaiva Shri Nidish Cheti Satama Śrīvāsa Pratarogeya Śrīvāsam Nomi Sarvaram Puranaradarupena Harinama Sudha Jarai Yo Jagat Plavaya Masa sa Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura yat patni malini devi Śrī Gauranga matoshayat swahasta pakvar anadyai sa Śrīvāsa gatir mama pativar Gauranga gatir malini Gaura Vishruta Tadpada Parmasavide Pranatir me saharasha Śrī Caitanya Priyatamang Vande Vande Śrīvāsa Panditam Śrī Caitanya Priyatamang Vande Śrīvāsa Panditam Yat Karunya Katakshena Śrī Gaurange Ratir Pavit Yat Karunya Katakshena Śrī Gaurange Ratir Pavit Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Jaya Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura, Pandit Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura, Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura, Jaya Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura, Jaya Gaura Śrīvāsa, Gaura Śrīvāsa, Gaura Śrīvāsa, Jaya Gaura Śrīvāsa. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura ki Jai. All right, so if anybody needs to go now, I know it's very late. You can totally do so. I'm going to finish this up, though, for anybody who wants to stay. Let's see how much is left. 3 more sections, I think. Yeah, all right. Let's continue on. Okay. The Qazi tries to break up the kirtan. In the mood of Amani Manada, which means one who does not ask for any respect for himself, but always offers respects to others, Mahāprabhu would embrace everyone, and with a great urge, he would beg them to chant the names of the Lord. These followers would then engage in the loud chanting of the holy names in the accompaniment of mridanga and conch shells. Materialistic persons consider them to be nothing other than musicians and dancers who are worshipping Mahamaya in the wrong way, and those people would insult them with various blasphemous statements. One day, the local magistrate, or Kaji, known as, here's the name, I've never seen this before, Sirajodina Chandakazi, he was walking by and saw the scene. Hearing the loud noise of the kirtan, he became irritated and angry. He went to Śrīvāsa Pandit's house and broke the mridanga and had some of the devotees beaten as a warning. He said, "If anyone does this sankirtan again, he will be punished even more severely." This brought great satisfaction to all the non-devotees of the town, and they joyfully continued to mock the devotees. When Mahāprabhu received word of the incident, he became very angry. He ordered the devotees to take torches and musical instruments and to join him fearlessly for Sankirtan. This was the first Nagar Sankirtan.
He divided the devotees into several groups and then led the procession along the banks of the Ganga, himself dancing at its lead. Thousands of men, women, and children put aside their housework to join him and follow the Sankirtan procession. When the miscreants heard the sound of the kirtan, their hearts began to tremble. Meanwhile, when the Chandkazi heard that thousands of Hindus were approaching his house, he ran inside to hide, trembling with fear. Upon his arrival, Mahāprabhu asked some respectable persons from the neighborhood to kindly inform the Qazi that he was there and that he meant him no harm. When the Qazi heard the polite way in which Mahāprabhu had addressed him, he was attracted and came outside. It's funny the way that Caitanya-bhāgavata describes this and the way that Chaitanya Charitamrita describes it. Caitanya-bhāgavata is really intense. Like the devotees were breaking down, they were breaking down the doors, smashing windows. They were like destroying everything, ripping out trees. It was like really intense. And then Chaitanya Charitamrita gives it in a little less of a heavy way like that. But so the Chandkazi addressed Mahāprabhu as nephew, since by village relationship he was Nilambar Chakravarti's brother. Yeah, they were of the same village. Nilambar Chakravarti and the Chandkazi were of the same village, so the relationship was like a brother. After a few moments of cordial conversation, the Qazi recounted the following story. The night after I broke the mridanga, I had a dream in which I saw a most frightening figure, half man, half lion. He came and sat on my chest and threatened to rend it asunder in the way that I had broken the drum. When he saw how afraid I was, he calmed me down and told me that he would forgive me if I promised never to interfere with kirtan again. Chandkazi then showed the scratch marks that had been imprinted on his chest by Nrsingadev's claws. He then promised that neither he nor anyone from his family would ever stop Sankirtan again. He also became Mahaprabhu's devotee. The tomb of Chandkazi is in Brahman Pushkarini, the present-day Brahman Pukur, by which stands a very old Goloka Champa tree. Both Hindus and Muslims offer their respects to the tomb of the Chandkazi. More kirtan pastimes at Śrīvāsāṅgan. After a night of kirtan at Śrīvāsa Pandit's house, when Mahaprabhu returns to external awareness, he would go with all the devotees to bathe in the Ganga. Sometimes the devotees would ceremonially bathe the Lord at Śrīvāsāṅgan. One of Śrīvāsa Pandit's servant girls, named Duki, would watch Mahaprabhu's ecstatic dancing with tears in her eyes. She also performed the service of filling jugs of water from the Ganga for Mahaprabhu's morning bath. Mahaprabhu observed her devotion and was pleased. He changed her name from Duki, unhappy, to Sukhi, happy. One day, Śrīvāsa Pandit's only son died as kirtan was being performed in his house. Śrīvāsa Pandit was afraid that the sounds of mourning from the women's quarters would disturb Mahaprabhu while he was engaged in singing the holy names. So he swiftly went inside the house and tried to quiet the women by explaining spiritual truths to them. When they still didn't stop their loud lamentations, Śrīvāsa Pandit threatened to throw himself into the river and drown himself if they did not stop making noise. This had the desired result. And remember, Śrīvāsa Pandit is Narad Muni. Narad Muni is the embodiment of renunciation. We hear so many leelas of Narad Muni making different people renounce family life, and there's nobody more renounced than Śrīvāsa Pandit, than Narad Rishi. So yeah, they finally quieted down. Mahaprabhu performed kirtan until late night, and later said, "Something doesn't seem right. Has some tragedy taken place in the Pandit's house?" Śrīvāsa Pandit answered, "How can anything be wrong when I have your smiling face in my home?" However, some of the other devotees said, "Prabhu, Śrīvāsa Pandit's only son died in the evening, about an hour after sunset." Mahaprabhu asked, "Why did no one say anything before now?" The devotees answered, "Lord, Śrīvāsa Pandit told us not to, because he was afraid that it would interfere with your pleasure in kirtan." Mahaprabhu said, "How could I ever abandon devotees who love me to this extent?" and started to shed tears. After this, Mahāprabhu went inside and sat beside the child's dead body and brought him back to consciousness. He said, "Child, why do you want to leave the house of such a devotee as Śrīvāsa?" The dead child answered, The few days that I was to spend in Śrīvāsa Pandit's house are over. Now I am following your wish and going elsewhere. I am a living being without independence. I cannot go against your wishes. Please be merciful to me that I never forget your lotus feet wherever I go." When Śrīvāsa Pandit's family members heard the child speak such wisdom, they immediately forgot their distress and stopped mourning. Mahāprabhu said to Śrīvāsa Pandit, "From this day on, Nityananda Prabhu and I will be your sons. We will never leave you." And when we read from Caitanya-bhāgavata this part, in one of the Gaudiya Bhashyas, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he gave 13 songs written by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur called the Shoka Shatan, which beautifully depicts this pastime. It's from Gita Mala. Yeah. And so if any beloved family member, any dear person ever passes away, then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives the remedy for removing that distress called the Shoka Shatan, which you can read in Gita Mala. 13 songs. It's very beautiful. So, Shoka Shatan means the remover of lamentation. Śrīvāsa Pandit's visits to Puri. After Mahāprabhu had taken sannyas and was living in Puri, Śrīvāsa Pandit would come with the other devotees each year to stay with him for the 4 months of the rainy season. And now this is a quote from Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, chapter 9. Advaita, Nityananda Prabhu, Mukunda Datta, Śrīvāsa Pandit, Vidyanidhi, Vasudev Datta, Murari Gupta, and all of Mahaprabhu's other devoted servants met with him in Puri every year and stayed 4 months. Mahaprabhu engaged in various pastimes in their company. Śrīvāsa Pandit was a participant with Mahaprabhu in his pastimes of cleaning the Gundicha temple and Ratha Yatra. He was the principal singer in the second kirtan group, or sampradaya, whose chief dancer was Nityananda Prabhu himself. So Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura would sing for Nityananda Prabhu, and Nityananda would dance in the party during Ratha Yatra time. Sri Swarup Damodar was the lead singer, and Advaita Acharya was a dancer in the first kirtan group. In the third, Mukunda Datta was the principal singer, while Haridas Thakur danced. Govinda Ghosh was the leader in the fourth, while Vakreshwar Pandit was the dancer. The fifth sampradaya came from the village of Kulina, and Ramananda Rai and Satyaraj were its principal dancers. The sixth, and I wonder, Ramananda Rai was probably doing like Odissi dancing, right? I'm guessing. The sixth group, in which Achyutananda danced, was from Shantipur. Achyutananda is the son of Advaita Acharya. The seventh group was composed of the residents of Śrī Caitanya, of whom Narahari and Raghunandan took the lead roles. When Mahaprabhu wished to dance, all the 7 groups came together. On one such occasion, King Prataparudra was watching Mahaprabhu's energetic dancing while leaning on his servant Harichandan's shoulder. In the meantime, Śrīvāsa Pandit came and stood in front of Harichandan to watch Mahaprabhu dance. The king's servant kept pushing the deeply absorbed Śrīvāsa Pandit, telling him to move so that the king could see. Śrīvāsa Pandit became irritated at the repeated disturbance and finally turned around and slapped Harichandan. Harichandan became angry and was about to hit him back when the king stopped him, telling him how fortunate he was to have been touched by the hand of a devotee such as Śrīvāsa Pandit. One day, Śrīvāsa Pandit and the other devotees, led by Advaita Prabhu, were joyfully glorifying Mahaprabhu's name, form, qualities, and activities in Puri. Mahaprabhu became angry and left the scene, but later accepted defeat and acquiesced to their desire to glorify him. Śrīvāsa Pandit moves to Kumarhatta. After Mahaprabhu took sannyas and katwa, Śrīvāsa Pandit found it impossible to remain in Navadvip, where everything was full of painful reminders of the Lord. He and his brothers, they moved to Kumarhata, Halisahar, the birthplace of Ishwar Puri. Interesting. I've been to the birthplace of Ishwar Puri, but I don't think we went to Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura's house then. I wonder if there's any place there for him. Even so, Śrīvāsa Pandit and his brothers made annual trips from Kumarhata to Nilachal to see Mahaprabhu and to Mayapur to visit Shachi Mata. On one occasion, Mahaprabhu came to his guru's birthplace and showed his respects by taking some dust and wrapping it in his cloth. After that, pilgrims went to that place and took the dust from there with great veneration. Consequently, a pool, a doba, was created, which is famous as the Caitanya Doba. Śrīvāsa Pandit's house is very close to Caitanya Doba. Mahaprabhu visited the house of Śrīvāsa Pandit along with his associates on that occasion. All the members of the household joyfully received him and his companions and became absorbed in their service. Mahaprabhu noticed this and said to Śrīvāsa Pandit, "You are a householder with a large family. You have to earn money in order to maintain your family. Otherwise, how will you be able to do so?" Śrīvāsa Pandit first replied that he had no wish to make money, and then he clapped his hand 3 times. Mahaprabhu asked him what he meant by clapping his hands, and Śrīvāsa Pandit answered, "I will fast 1, 2, 3 days, and if I still get nothing to eat, I will tie a jug to my neck and jump in the Ganga." Mahaprabhu responded to Śrīvāsa Pandit's statement by giving a roar and repeated the blessing that he had given before in Navadvip. So this is the second time he's giving this blessing. "Even if the goddess of fortune has to go begging, you will never have any poverty in your home. Lord Krishna himself provides everything that his exclusive devotees need. Maybe the goddess of fortune will go begging, but you will never have any poverty in your home." Śrīvāsa Pandit's appearance day is the 8th day of the waning moon, Krishna Ashtami, in the month of Chaitra, and his disappearance day is celebrated on the 10th day of the waning moon, Krishna Dashami, in Ashad. So today is Krishna Ashtami in the month of Chaitra. Jai Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura ki jai. Wow, everybody stayed. I thought a lot of people would go because I'm reading so long. All right, so we can just end with a short kirtan, and thank you for sticking till the end. Hare Krishna, Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Śrīvāsari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Śrīvāsari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Śrīvāsari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Śrīvāsari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Gaura Śrīvāsa, Jai Gaura Śrīvāsa, Gaura Śrīvāsa, Jai Gaura Śrīvāsa, Jai Swaparshara Swapashara, Jai Gaura Hari, Jai Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, jai. Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju ki jai. Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju ki jai. Jai Shri Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura. Sorry, I'll do full Jai Dhwani. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupāda Shutarashita Shishmāchala Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupāchala Bhaktivedanta Vaman Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupāchala Bhaktivedanta Swami Mahārāja Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupāchala Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupāchala Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosvāmī Prabhupada ki jai. Nityalala Pravishta Mahābhāgavata Śrīla Gaurkishora Das Babaji Mahārāja ki jai. Nityalala Pravishta Śrīla Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Ṭhākura ki jai. Nityalala Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Śrīla Jagannath Das Babaji Mahārāja ki jai. Shri Rupānu Gauriya Guru Varga ki jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath. Shri Jeev Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath Shar Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda ki jai. Namachay Śrīla Haridas Ṭhākura ki jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जाय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौर मंडल ब्रज मंडल मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जाय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदात गिरिराज महाराज की जाय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जाय। श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जाय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जाय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जाय। श्री पूर्णमासी योग माया की जाय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जाय। जय श्री श्रीवास अंगन की जय। श्री मायापुर धाम की जय। श्रीवास पंडित की जय। श्रीवास ठाकुर की जय। तदीय शुभ avirbhāva तिथि की जय। श्री मालिनी देवी की जय। श्रीवास's 4 brothers की जय। श्री नारायणी देवी की जय। श्री श्रील वृंदावन दास ठाकुर की जय। श्री Caitanya-bhāgavata की जय। All the servants and maidservants of Śrīvāsa Pandit's house ki jai. All the dogs and cats of Śrīvāsa Pandit's house ki jai. All the associates of Mahāprabhu ki jai, headed by Śrīvāsa ki jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Vrindai Tulsi Devai. Priyāya Keshavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Sattvatāya Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat pranams. Thank you for, letting me go on for 2 hours and staying the whole time. And I'll see you all tomorrow to continue reading from Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata. What are we reading tomorrow? I think it's, wait 1 second. Anyways, I think it was something to do with Achyutananda. Anyhow, we'll see when we get there tomorrow. And what is our program actually? I'm just looking, when is the next Raise of the Harmonist reading? I think it should be coming up soon. It's on Akadashi, I think it's the next Raise of the Harmonist. So that means, okay, on the 5th. The day after tomorrow, you will get in your inbox the next article that we're going to read. It will be an article by Param Gurudev. I don't know which one it is yet. I have to check. But yeah, if you want to join that program, then you can go to raiseoftheharmonist.com, enter in your email there at raiseoftheharmonist.com, enter in your email, and then the day after tomorrow, you will receive the article that we're going to read together in your inbox. And then 24 hours after that, on the 5th, we will have an Ishtagoshti. We'll get together and we will discuss the article. So yeah, if anybody would like to join that program, again, go to raiseoftheharmonist.com, enter in your email. And I'm also going to try to prepare more. The last Raise of the Harmonist session, I didn't prepare beforehand, and so I didn't really have points fixed and discussion points and like that. But for this next one, it'd be really great if we could have everybody can think of some points they'd like to discuss at the end of the article. And then we could have a little Ishtagoshti. Hare Krishna. My dad said, see you at Bhaktivedanta Kunj. Okay, I'm going to try to make it. Let's see. I do have a meeting at 11:30 with somebody, so I'll see. There's going to be a program. If anybody's in Navadvip or Mayapur, anybody watching, then there's going to be a program at Bhaktivedanta Kunj in Mayapur with Sripad Bhaktivedanta Padmanabha Maharaj at 11 a.m. For Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura. Hare Krishna, everybody. Dandavat pranams. See you all tomorrow. Dandavat pranams, Manjari Didi, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Champak Mataji, and on YouTube and Facebook, Stanley Green, Kishore Prabhu, Vidyalala Sadidi, my dad, my mom, Vangsi Vallabha, Vrishti Roy, Raseshwari Mataji, Rasa Priya, Rukmini Didi. I already said Vangsi Vallabha. So many comments, wow. Shah Sharma ji, Amy Jing. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, but correctly. And everybody else. I see there's a bunch of other devotees. Dandavat pranams. Thank you so much for joining. See you all tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Jai Śrīvāsa Ṭhākura ki jai.